Here are 3 of the techniques that you need to know for closing the distance in a street fight. Hi, I'm Stephan Kesting from GrappleArts.com, and I get a lot of questions from my readers about how to use grappling and Brazilian Jiu-jitsu in a self-defense context. Now, I've made other videos about the bigger context of grappling, but in order to grapple, in order to do any grappling in a street fight, you have to close the distance. We're starting out here. I've got to get from here, where I cannot grapple, to here, where I can grapple. So how do I do that safely when there are punches being thrown? I think there are 3 important techniques that you need to start with. There's many other techniques and takedowns that you can use. We're just going to cover these 3 ways of closing the distance. The first plays off of a very common scenario in a street fight, and that's the big right hand. Boom! If you watch enough street fights, you see that 80% of the time they start like that. There's some guy, it's either a sucker punch or we're here, and the guy gets excited and he throws the big giant right hand. It's so inevitable, especially when people are a little bit drunk or extremely emotionally worked up. So if you know that, you can train this technique. Basically, he throws the big right hand, I change levels, which is either ducking the punch or a level change, which precedes the double leg, which you're supposed to do anyway. I change levels and I shoot in. I don't go down to my knee wrestling style. I don't come here with a penetration step. You don't need to. You just need to change level a little bit and then try and cut him in half with your shoulder and grab behind the knees and then basically cut him in half and drive until he's down, or pick him up. We'll cover the takedowns on a different day. This is just the ways to close the distance. The second, if we're here, and now he knows a little bit about fighting, maybe he's more aware or less drunk, and he's here, he's trying to box with you. What's the most common combination in boxing? The jab cross. So I'm going to parry, grab. Basically, I'm closing to the tie clinch here. I don't do this, parry, here, because he's going to headbutt me, or he's going to come right down the middle. So I'm here, parry, grab. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, I don't want to go heavily into depths in this position, but basically once I'm in the tie clinch, I can knee him, I can knee his head, I can pull him down, I can spin him, and then shoot. Also, if I'm here, I've got fairly good control of him punching me, because I can use my forearm here, so I'm using sort of a half tie clinch, and he punches me with his other hand. So I can use the neck and bicep control, or I can just use my elbows, keeping the position, basically locking his shoulder with my elbow here. This of course allows me access to all my stuff, including many takedowns. This is a great position for doing all kinds of takedowns, go behinds, snap downs, all kinds of stuff. The third, for some reason I need to close the distance on this guy, but he's not giving me the big right hand, he's not giving me the jab cross. Just come in and basically slap him in the ear as hard as I can. When I slap somebody, his hands come up. When his hands come up, I change level and I drive in again. Doesn't have to be a double leg. I can slap high and body lock. If I can get to his back like that, that's great. It's pretty hard for him to hurt me when I'm on his back. Now I can even just control him. I can pick him up, I can throw him, I can transition to the ground if I want to, if that's correct contextually. If you found that useful, go to GrappleArts.com/newsletter, sign up for my newsletter, and download a roadmap for Brazilian Jiu-jitsu. Not everything I send out is self-defense related. Some is, and some is more grappling specific. Either way, there's a lot of free information there, tips, techniques, articles, and the bottom line is if you don't like what I'm sending you, you can unsubscribe anonymously at any point with a single click and never hear from me again. So you got nothing to lose, and you should check it out because I think it's a pretty good resource.